Hey everyone, and welcome to Gordon Patrick. Today, we are going to learn how to decide when to have sex with a guy. Now, let's begin. Countless factors determine how long you should wait before having sex, and they are different for everybody. You need to really tune into yourself and your feelings to understand when the right time is. If you're wondering how long you should date before having sex, it's because you are jumbled in your mind what the society expects of you. Also, how will I feel if after sex this person goes cold, if they reject me, if they ghost me, or probably just disappears without any explanation? What's that going to do to my self-esteem? Am I going to feel ashamed? Am I going to feel used? Am I going to feel regret? Well, it's a confusing conundrum, but honestly, put society out of your mind. This is all about you. The decision for so many women about when to have sex with a guy is loaded with complexities and potential emotional consequences. Here are a few ways to decide when to have sex with a guy. Number one, is your partner pressuring you? Well, if your partner is pressuring you, then you do not need to have sex. It's not the time yet. Whether they ask you to prove your love or get mad if you don't want to have sex with them, those are not the reasons to do it. In fact, those are perfect reasons not to be with such a person. At best, a guy who is mature enough and who really wants to be with you beyond your body and beyond sex would never put you under such pressure. Instead, he will wait for you to make up your mind on the appropriate time to have it with him. Also, you should not be having sex with anybody or any guy for the purpose of keeping their interest in you. If you ever feel that way before having sex with them, then it's best you don't have that sex at all. Sharing your body with anybody shouldn't come with a price tag or any obligation. Rather, it should come willingly. It should be because you actually feel great about that person and you have no problem whatsoever sharing intimacy with them, notwithstanding what will happen after the sex. The bottom line here is this is all about you. Own it and do it the best way that satisfies you. Number two, what does sex really mean to you? As mentioned earlier, sex means something different for everyone. To some, it means you have a connection and you are committed to that person. To others, well, sex feels like a cup of coffee. It feels like a fun moment. So having the conversation on how you feel about sex is very, very, very essential before having sex, if sex is going to mean a lot for you. And the conversation might necessarily sound this way: I like you a lot, and I'm excited about doing that with you. But sex means something different to me, and because we haven't known each other for that long in the scheme of things, I'm cautious it might not be the same for you. Or it might, because we haven't spoken about it. Anyways, if it seems like I'm slowing us down, it's not because I don't really like you, it's because I'm not looking for just a hookup. So I want to give this time for it to grow organically, rather than create these really intense feelings that doesn't last. Well, the truth is, not knowing where the other person stands on this can really make sex so complicated. But if you know what sex really means to you beforehand, then you can easily make your decision about if you should have sex and when you should have sex with the person. Number three, do you trust him? If you are looking for an average amount of time when to have sex with a guy, some people may say date number 5, while some may say 1 month. Others may say 3 to 6 months, because to them, that tends to be how long it takes to trust someone. But it's really all about you and how you feel, not them. The best way to measure how long you should date before having sex is when you feel you trust this person. Do you trust this person's personality? Do you trust they love you through their actions? Do you trust this person genuinely wants to be with you? Do you trust your place in the person's life? Do you trust sex means a lot to him as it means to you? Sex and trust go hand in hand, but there's something I want to draw our attention to. Someone can, through their actions, give you enough reasons to trust them with your body and still ghost you or disappear on you. But that shouldn't worry you a lot, because you did it in the time that was comfortable for you and you were genuine about your feeling. So you didn't lose anything. The person lost a sincere soul and a great personality in you. So to me, I would say it's good riddance to bad rubbish. Number 4, ask yourself some guiding questions. It's very important to do a self-check-in with the following questions to help you decide when to have sex with a guy. Do I truly want to have sex with him? Am I turned on to this particular person? The answer to this must be yes. Do I have a history of feeling like I had sex too soon and I had to deal with self-image issues because of it? How do I react if after sex this person ghosts me? If he goes cold on me, if he abandons me, do I feel ashamed? Do I feel regret? Do I feel like my power has been taken away from me? Or do I chin up and continue with my life? Am I being pressured by him to have sex, or am I doing this just to keep his interest on me? Does early sex mean anything to me? Will it make me feel cheap or easy? Above all, knowing yourself before you decide when to have sex is the ultimate. It's your body, your level of desire, your self-image, and your relationship goals. I think it's very valuable to consider your feelings above every other thing before you decide when to have sex with a guy. Number 5, forget the idea that waiting is bad. If you want to wait, it's not bad. If you want to wait a week, 5 dates, or until you are married, that is your decision and yours alone. No one should actually pressure you or make you feel wrong or weird about that choice. Not your partner, not your family, and certainly not your priest. And besides that, waiting has its benefits. Not only does sex tend to be better the longer you wait, but waiting can also show you are more serious about some other aspects of dating, not just the physical bits. Number 6, are you in a long-distance relationship? The truth is, if you only see this particular guy a couple of times in a month, it's going to drastically affect your decision of when to have sex with him. And this could honestly go one way or the other. If having an emotional connection is important to you, you may have to wait for a longer period to become intimate with that guy. However, you may feel like having sex with him will create an emotional connection between you both, and you may choose to do it sooner rather than later. If an emotional connection is not important to you, then you may have sex early on in the relationship. Especially since you rarely see each other, it might become increasingly important to make use of the time that you both spend. Number 7, forget the being cheap idea if you want sex quickly. Well, if you want to have sex sooner rather than later, that is your choice and no one else's. Just be sure you both know what sex means to you. You can't take back sex, remember, so make sure you are both on the same page. Sex is only a big deal if only you make it to seem that way. If it means something to you personally or it doesn't, that is up to you. You are not cheap if you choose to have sex on the first date or on the first couple of dates. It's your personal choice and nobody else's business. Before I wrap up today's video, I would like you to understand there is no fixed appropriate time to have sex. Sex is all about you and your choices. It's not about anybody else's expectation, judgments, or standards. Do what feels good for you and the relationship because that's what matters. Whenever you decide to do it, know that sex is just sex at the end of the day. It doesn't define you, your future, or anything. Sex is not your power. Your power is your personality and what you bring to the table. Let me know your thoughts. Write them down. Leave a comment below. If you like this video, smash the like button. Share it so that so many people can weigh in on this topic. And if you like the topic, please subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you get more informed each time I post a new video. Do have a lovely day. Bye-bye.